It's great to have two very special guests with us this afternoon from United States of America. So I've got Tori and Olivia with me. And first of all, a really warm welcome to Brentwood. So you are now actually sitting in the centre of the universe. Brentwood is the centre of the universe. But no, we give you a really warm welcome. It's great that you could join us and that you're here sort of with the church here in Brentwood. And you're here taking our youth event tonight, which we're really looking forward to.
So excited.
But sorry, tell us a little bit about the church that you're from in the States and why you've come to the UK.
Yeah. Well, we are from Emmanuel Christian Center, which is based in Minnesota. There's 4 locations, and we have our main site in Spring Lake Park.
Yeah.
And from there, we broadcast to our 3 other sites.
Yeah.
They're each unique in their own way, but one big family, which is so awesome. But
And whereabouts, for people that don't know, whereabouts in the States is Minnesota?
it's in the Midwest. It's kind of directly in the middle.
Okay, right,
Up north, close to Canada.
Oh,
So,
wow, excellent.
yeah.
Yeah,
so it's
fantastic.
awesome. But our team is made up of a bunch of our students. We're all young adults. We partner with a school in Florida, and we all attend this school. And we get to come on this trip and have this opportunity to partner with your church.
Yeah, fantastic.
And to do ministry in whatever you need. So it's super awesome.
Yeah. And you're with Pastor Mark Ritchie,
Yes.
who's brought you across, and you're doing some work in the church in Dagenham as well, London Riverside Church.
Yes.
Excellent. Olivia, tell us a little bit about yourself. What brings you to the UK, and what do you hope to do in the future?
Yeah, same as Tori, just being a student. I just graduated a couple weeks ago from the college, which is big.
Yeah.
And just feeling the call towards missions. So really excited whenever there's an opportunity to go on a missions trip and do ministry. It's always a yes.
Yes.
And really just to be the hands and feet of Jesus, because that's what it's all about. And whatever, it looks like, whatever scene or, so just really happy to be here.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What other places in the world have you been on mission? Is it your first time to the UK or?
This is my first time, and Olivia, it's your first time as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I have been to El Salvador twice on mission trips.
Okay. South America?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Central, South America.
Yeah.
And then last year, with this same context in our university, we went to Mexico City.
Wow,
So,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Olivia?
For me, my first trip was to Nicaragua through my job, Feed My Starving Children, which was very, very eye-opening. And we got to see partners over there and the food actually being distributed. And then with school has been all the other opportunities, which is the first year was Argentina.
Okay.
And then Mexico City and now here.
Brilliant. And so when you've only been here a day, haven't you? Yeah. So when you touched down in London, Heathrow Airport, what was your first, when you got out of the airport and you what was your first impressions of the UK?
Boy.
You go first.
I was like, are we actually here right now? It just didn't feel real.
Sure, yeah.
And I wouldn't say that it felt real until we woke up this morning.
Okay, yeah.
That I was felt disoriented. What is happening right now? We're in a different country, a different continent. Completely across the ocean from where we live.
Yeah.
And so it didn't really set in until this morning, and I was like, wow.
Okay.
This is awesome. So,
What about yourself, Olivia?
Yeah, as soon as we landed, I was just like, we're here. We're here. And we, slept overnight, but I don't think many of us really got sleep.
No, sure.
We just were awake, and I think going off of adrenaline. And when we got to the hotel, I looked at Tori, and I'm just like, we're in London. And she's just like, it doesn't feel like it yet. So this morning, once you're rested, and for you and your ministry, and just here at church, what does it look like for you and how you are ministering to people, and just the differences, and just where they're each at individually?
Yeah, fantastic, Olivia. It just, I think it's important to recognise that the people you're speaking to, the people that you're ministering to, are from many, many different backgrounds. We have many different cultures. Here it's a multicultural church at Sawyers Church, and people from very, very different experiences, age groups, etc. And I think it's when you're speaking to people, it's understanding that, you know, everybody's going through a different stage in their journey of faith. You know, some people are just seeking, some people have just become Christians, some people have been Christians years. And so I think it's making sure that in all that you do in preaching, in service leading, in speaking one-to-one, that, you know, there's application, there's things that people can take away and apply to their stage of the journey. So when I speak, I draw a lot on my own experiences, or a lot on the experiences of others. I love to tell stories. Before I was a minister, I was a police officer for 25 years. So I often tell a police story about something I'd experienced and then apply it to people's lives, and obviously base it on scripture as well. So I think it's, you know, I mean, the important thing of communicating is being relational. And, you know, people are able to take away something that they can apply to their lives. It's real. I think that's the key.
What do you, because I mean, you're in youth, and like, what does that look like for you with youth students?
Yes. So in our church, we are normally in a specific series, whether it's in a specific book or a specific topic. And recently we've been in a series in our adult services. It's called What About? So asking life's questions, what about suffering, or what about family, or what about these different things that people are struggling with, and creating this space where we can talk about life's real experiences and the hardships and the different things that people experience, but in the context of the Bible and what Jesus is saying in his word. And that's really the root all the way from our adult service down into youth, where I spend most of my time, the heart being, we have people coming in who've come from broken backgrounds and families, and they're struggling with suffering and these different things. But we are going to talk about those things in how Jesus would approach them. And that is the heart of answering those questions and being with them in that tension, but telling them this is what Jesus says about these things, and he's with us in those trials. It's just a really amazing context. But for Olivia, you're on kind of that behind the scenes back end part of ministry where you're not up front, maybe in front of people, but you're still a very integral part of the church. How does this topic play a part in that for you?
I feel like a good analogy when I first, started at the church was that we are like the soil, and that the ministry are the trees. So we help them to be successful, and it's really just like whatever needs, like things on the back end, like budget, or to pay for certain things, like to help staff with that, or if we're doing like an event or something, ordering food, picking it up, making sure that everything is set so that you can truly focus on like delivering that message. And just being there, coming alongside of just like, what do you need? How can I help you be like successful in that? And it's fun.
And I think that message comes across. The gospel comes across in lots of different ways, doesn't it? So, being preached from the front, or, sort of someone speaking to a group of young people, or a church congregation. But it also comes from, as you say, the work behind the scenes, the one-to-one conversations. And I'm sure, what we experience on a Sunday, people get something from the preach, but actually they get just as much from a one-to-one conversation, or someone praying for someone on a one-to-one, or someone sort of sharing a scripture, or a word of wisdom, or a word of encouragement. So we just sort of really encourage people here at Sawyers, and it's not just about the preach on a Sunday, but it's all that we do in the context of church. And the auditorium where the Sunday service is important, but actually it's just as important in the cafe afterwards when you're having a conversation one-to-one with someone. So I think, and the Houses of Parliament.
That's awesome.
I love London. You'll have a fantastic time. Fantastic time. So, Tori, you're speaking tonight to our young people, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What are you going to be speaking on?
I will be speaking on John chapter 10, which is specifically about Jesus as the shepherd and us as his sheep. And just hitting on these different points that he calls us by name and that he invites us to follow him and ultimately to invite these students to accept Jesus into their lives and to follow him because he died for us. The shepherd sacrificed himself so that us as his flock can be saved and have life. So just to present this different viewpoint of the gospel as he's our shepherd and he leads us into life, into this beautiful pasture per se. So I'm just really excited to share. I have a really big heart for youth students and those who come from broken backgrounds and who have a lot of hard things going on in life. So I'm just thrilled to be here and to have the opportunity to share with them.
That's a fantastic message, and I'm sure our young people are going to be really blessed. And so I just want to sort of thank the two of you and the rest of the team for coming across to Brentwood and spending some time with us. And it's a real honour to have you here. And we're looking forward to this evening. And we're going to be off in a few moments to sample some nice Brentwood food at one of our local restaurants. So we look forward to that. Thank you.
Yeah.